Gear inspired by God of War, a surprising connection to Predator 2. Here's how Prey is rewarding fans on the hunt for Easter eggs. Naru and her brother Tabe share a close sibling relationship. Despite Tabe's apparent affection for his younger sister, he also doesn't seem to have much faith in her capability as a hunter. Though one might see this more as a protective posture, given that he doesn't want her in harm's way, even still, everyone within Naru's tribe doubts her hunting prowess. In the film's opening moments, Tabe is reminiscing his early hunting experiences with the family while Naru scopes out a fresh kill. Tabe then quickly takes the kill and tells Naru that she was sleeping, signaling that she's hesitant to take her best shot. She tells Tabe that she's been genuinely practicing her hunting technique and that she's ready to hunt the big game, a mountain lion. Her brother questions her with a serious look.
You really think you're ready? You want to hunt something that's hunting you.
While the two are completely unaware of the real threat in the forest, it's a fun bit of foreshadowing for the showdown to come. There are not a lot of ways this film could include callbacks or references to the other films, simply because it's a prequel set at the earliest point in the franchise's chronology. However, director Dan Trachtenberg and crew clearly saw moments where they could simply allow themselves to be inspired by the Predator legacy. One such moment occurs when Naru and Itsei are fleeing the Predator just after their hunting party first meets the creature in all of its terrifying glory. Naru heads into a field of tall grass and Itsei grabs her from his hiding spot and motions for her to be quiet while silently telling her that he has eyes on the creature. She then sees the Predator's targeting reticle on Itsei's forehead, realizing that the Predator sees him too. She buys Itsei a few more seconds of life by causing the Predator to miss his target, but of course, the Predator runs poor Itsei down in the field and guts him. This scene is a direct homage to the moment in the original Predator film that plays out the same way between Dylan and Mac. Mac believes he's in a prime hiding spot and quietly tells Dylan that he sees the creature in the trees ahead and is ready to strike. Unfortunately for Mac, the Predator sees him too. Dylan isn't quick on the draw like Naru, so the Predator does deliver a killing blast to Mac's dome using his targeting system. When going up against a creature as horrific as the Predator, it might seem like the fight is hopeless. Naru witnesses the Predator single-handedly kill a full-grown grizzly bear and then proceed to lift the beast over its head in a moment of celebration over the kill. She then sees the alien systematically slaughter the most skilled warriors in her tribe with ease. The Predator has all of the advantages. For starters, the creature is hulking by nature. Basic hand-to-hand combat will almost certainly end badly for any human fighter. It also has the deadliest high-tech weaponry in the galaxy. For much of this film, the Predator remains cloaked by its light-bending technology, making it nearly invisible to the naked eye. Alongside its staple cloaking system, claws, and spear, the Predator also has plenty of deadly gadgets. At one point in the film, fur trappers capture Naru and her brother and tie them to a tree as bait for the creature. The joke's on them, however, since the Predator ignores the sibling duo entirely. During the chaos of the moment, Tabe suggests that he and his sister can bring it down. Naru says that she doesn't think they can kill it. Tabe responds,
"If it bleeds, we can kill it."
If you didn't pick up on that line, then you should definitely rewatch the original movie. The quote is one of the famous one-liners uttered by Arnold Schwarzenegger's Dutch in the original film after being told the creature hunting his commandos was injured and leaving blood behind on the leaves.
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
All of the Predator films have one thing in common. The ending always boils down to a one-on-one fight with the alien hunter. The first film famously pits the mercenary Dutch against the creature. The sequel sees Danny Glover's Mike Harrigan take on the vicious alien in the urban sprawl of Los Angeles. In Predators, the elite commando Royce takes on a predator while stranded on an alien planet. 2018's The Predator ends with professional sniper Quinn McKenna as the last man standing in a fight with a super predator. So naturally, Prey would conclude with a head-to-head confrontation featuring a lone warrior. Naru is that lone warrior. Ultimately, she lures the Predator into a trap. Earlier in the film, she finds herself trapped in a quick-sinking bog. To survive, she uses her axe and rope to pull herself out. And during a previous battle, she acquired the Predator's mask. Using that mask, she lures the Predator into the bog. Naru then mutters under her breath a familiar line.
Come on. Do it.
Once the Predator fires its weapon, the shot diverts away from Naru because of the active targeting system of the mask. After a few ricochets, the shot returns to the Predator's skull. This is another inspired reference from the original film, where Dutch sets a trap for the predator. After being severely injured, he crawls through the mud down into a ditch that contains a trap that would impale the creature with spikes if the predator triggers it. Dutch goads the hunter into coming at him, yelling that same phrase over and over. In this film, the predator brings some new deadly toys to play with. The alien race of hunters is known for its vast array of gadgets and hunting weaponry. Each succeeding Predator film always adds something new to the mix when it comes to the predator's arsenal. Prey is no different. In fact, video game fans might be intrigued by the clear inspiration for a couple of the film's latest additions. The Predator is sporting a new shield that unfolds from its gauntlet. If that sounds familiar, then you are likely a fan of the 2018 action-adventure game God of War. The game follows Kratos, a demigod remnant of the Greek pantheon of deities. In ancient Scandinavia, he battles the monstrosities of Norse mythology. One of his tools of the trade is a slick shield that emerges from a gauntlet. The God of War similarities don't stop there. Naru uses an axe that she lobs at her prey with precision. However, she finds that recovering her axe expends precious time on a hunt. She affixes a rope to the weapon so she can recall it with a yank of her wrist. Kratos can recall his axe in the game much like Thor can summon Mjolnir. Speaking with comicbook.com, Dan Trachtenberg stated, "I teased a while ago that I took inspiration from the latest God of War video game, and those two things are in the trailer. One is his shield that you see briefly, and the other is not a Predator gadget, but just the way that Naru wields her axe. She invents something very cool for that tomahawk." Predator fans might recall the climactic ending of the original film, in which the Predator refuses to die alone. After Dutch fatally wounds the alien hunter, the creature arms a bomb on its wrist gauntlet and begins laughing maniacally at Dutch in a bit of a gotcha moment. Dutch barely escapes the blast on foot as the jungle burns to the ground around him. Prey references this moment but innovates the explosives in the gauntlet for something a bit new and less devastating. After Naru leaves the fur trappers behind to be eviscerated by the predator, we see a moment where the hunters find the creature's gauntlet laying on the ground with a similar countdown indicator. 3 flying drones emerge from the gauntlet, and the hunters begin running. But it's too late. The little devices hone in on the poor saps and explode. As the predator makes his way across the Great Plains, he hunts other earthly predators. In the early moments of the film, we see him kill and skin a rattlesnake. At one point, he spies on a wolf hunting a rabbit. After the wolf lands his mark, the predator attacks and spars with the carnivore. Unfortunately for the wolf, a sharp set of fangs is no match for this highly skilled and heavily armed hunter. After charging the predator, the wolf is swiftly gutted. The alien then removes its spine and head in typical predator fashion. In the previous films, we always see the predator polishing human skulls and creating trophies out of the people he managed to kill. While we don't get to see this predator do as much with its human prey, we do witness the predator polishing and cleaning the wolf's skull in a clear callback to past movies. As far as movie monsters are concerned, the Predator has a legacy and reputation to uphold. The creature is one of the fiercest in movie history, as it tends to rack up a rather high body count before finally meeting its demise at the hands of the film's last remaining hero. Unlike its xenomorph contemporaries, the Predator doesn't just kill indiscriminately. There are rules it follows while out on the hunt. Both Predator and Predator 2 established that the alien hunter doesn't play unfairly. It refuses to harm children, anyone that is unarmed, or pregnant women.
Deep shock, but she's alive.
I'm picking up fetal heart tones. This woman is pregnant. Let's move.
After making this observation, the protagonists typically remark that the Predator finds no sport in killing something that can't defend itself. Whether it's a code of honor or a true lack of sport, the Predator has always abided by that rule. Prey shows that this was never any different centuries ago. After Naru flees the beast while he slaughters the rest of her hunting party, she gets snagged on a bear trap. The Predator approaches her but doesn't end her life simply because she was incapacitated by someone else's trap and was not a threat. Naru understands this and shares this observation with her brother Tabe later. The Predator franchise has often referenced a greater world outside of the simple man versus beast conflict happening on the ground. Predator 2 blows the universe of the hunters wide open with a killer reveal at the tail end of the film. When Mike Harrigan follows the Predator into the alien's ship, he gets the better of the hunter and slays him. In the Predator ship, we can see a trophy case complete with a xenomorph skull of alien fame. Even more intriguing is when all the fallen Predator's comrades appear to pay respect to Mike for his combat prowess. As a parting gift, they give him a flintlock pistol dated 1715.
Take it.
It was a cool reveal to demonstrate that the predators have been visiting and hunting prey on Earth for centuries. Prey takes place in 1719, just 4 years after the date on the pistol in Predator 2. A flintlock pistol does take center stage in the third act of the film. One of the injured fur trappers gives it to Naru in exchange for her help tending to his wounds. At the end of the film, after Naru slays the predator, she returns to her village and lays the head of the beast at the feet of the elders. She also tosses them the pistol. Upon careful examination, we see that the pistol is inscribed with the name Raphael Adolini and the year 1715. This is the same inscription on the pistol from Predator 2, ultimately tying this film to the greater Predator universe. It's quite possibly the film's coolest Easter egg. There is one more detail that many might miss who don't like sitting through the credits. The first portion of the film's credits is relayed through a series of Native American drawings recreating the events of the film as if they were cemented in history. The end scene is even depicted where Naru delivers the predator's head to her elders. One moment is also shown that wasn't captured in live action, which is a quick drawing of alien ships descending onto the village just after Naru's celebratory moment. The predators could be returning to collect the body of their fallen comrade, which they are known to do, or perhaps they're initiating another hunt. One thing is certain, the predators somehow gain possession of that flintlock pistol that Naru gave to her elders. So, is a sequel in order? Let's hope so.